I'm Susan Sluck, the owner of Eat, Drink, Om Yoga Cafe, the tiny little studio with the big heart. So what led me to yoga? Well, my parents were special ed teachers. My whole family's in special ed. And so I've always had that want and need to teach people and help people. So when I started on yoga and I realized that I could help people on mind, body, spirit, breath, it resonated with me. Then as I started practicing more, I started mostly working on more of a medical side of yoga, Iyengar, Anusara, Bandha, Moksha, because I was a medical illustrator. And so to me, the anatomy and how it works with the person was very interesting. So once I started teaching, I realized there was no blind yoga, wheelchair yoga, amputee yoga. So I started those. Then I started children. So I am able to teach children and adults because I think it's beneficial for everybody. My niche, I guess, would be the fact that I am able to do kids and grown-ups. I do earth and air yoga, so I have aerials and I have floor yoga. What makes me different from the other studios? Probably because I try to lower the intensity. I try to make it accessible for everybody. I teach from morning to night, and if you can't find a class that you want, you can make your own class. So become a yoga concierge. So makes me different from all studios is I'm there for you. It's never my practice, it's your practice, whether it's 4:30 in the morning, whether it's a $5 half-hour lunch in the afternoon, whether you're coming for a class and you need to bring your children, you can bring your children. It's taking the mystique out of yoga, that you don't have to be a vegan on a mountaintop wrapped in a towel, that most people work 9 to 5, but they want to incorporate wellness and harmony and balance into their lives. I mean, I have one woman that came in and the first thing she said was, I want to be enlightened. So I turned the light switch on for her. And I said, basically, that's how much I can enlighten you. You have to do the work. You have to come and do the path. When I first started, I think what I wish I knew that I know now is that there are more avenues out there to help small women's businesses. And I didn't realize that as much when I first started to grow. I started to learn by going to networking events. I started traveling and going to different yoga studios, finding out what they did. I sub everywhere. I still work at the YMCA 2 times a week because it helps incorporate my skills to a whole venue of people from old, young, every but walks way of life. But having that balance of business and wellness, that's the problem. I see a lot of studios that come and go because they're yogis and they want to remain yogis and they aren't into the aspects of the business side, but the business side is what's keeping me a yogi in my space. So those types of things are what I wish I knew back then. But, and I can definitely say this, with help from my first legal wellness lawyer, I was able to change something that it should have been done in the beginning, and I should have been an LLC right from the start. I went from sole proprietorship to now I am an LLC, which allows me more venues to get people who would invest in my space, and also gives me a presence in the business community, because I think people see that and see it more, oh, it's not just a yoga studio, she's like a business, you know. So I'd have to say, with leading me to yoga, finding my niche, finding others to help me, helping others in return, and basically imparting the knowledge that I know now to help others that are following me.